All right. It's the first Zoom of the year. How you doing, Myah?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Real good. And I appreciate you coming to talk to me. Tell people you're helping out today. Tell people what you were doing.
I just finished helping out with the next level. I was doing the work at the snack shop, and then I was also helping around with setting up stuff.
Yeah, no, that's a full day. I mean, that goes on, I think, like early morning till the afternoon.
Yeah, I had to be there around 8 o'clock, and then I just finished like around like
Okay,
6.
good. I mean, that's long hours. No, but now it's just fun. Our personalities talking to you. Maybe just to tell people I've talked to you before, but tell people who you are and what you do there at Del Salle.
My name is Myah Telona. I play a football at De La Salle, and usually helping around as much as I can whenever I can.
That's it. You're very modest, but it's the line, the offensive line, but particularly the defensive line. I think that's your future. Tell people about what you do on the defensive side of the ball.
For defense, I'm in the 3 tech or 1 tech, whichever side that I have to line up in. I'm usually wherever the strong side is, and I'll be on the left side this year.
Right. And then tell people the line last year, you were a junior. I think most of those guys, Johnson, Asiasi, Ferguson, Ace, they're all graduating. So who are you going to be playing with next season?
Well, next season,
Yeah.
it's Ferguson's returning.
Oh,
He's
see,
migrating.
apologize. I had
No,
Ferguson graduating. He's a junior like you. That's fantastic. I'll be able to
yes.
talk to him more.
Ferguson will be on the inside with me, and right now our ends are looking at some new guys. One underclassman, his name is Zion Cadet. He's really good. He's fast. He's physical, and one that's in my grade, TJ Finau. He's basically the same thing.
Yeah, we met TJ on Thanksgiving. He was
Yes.
he has a great personality, so he'll be up there on the line. And then mention Johnson. He's already Matt Johnson's in college. Tell people about this.
And I'm super proud of that guy. He's already out there in Oregon, getting his reps in, sharing everything that he's been doing out there with us at the his old team. And I just not much to say, and I'm just very proud of him.
Yeah, no, I mean he quietly was taking 9 classes, and now yes, he graduated early. Now up in Oregon. You know what I should do? I'll get in contact with him because he could be like a link. I could do a Zoom with him, and he could speak to me and speak to all you guys. He
Yeah,
still must keep in touch with you. He must miss you guys.
definitely. Yeah, we've been keeping in touch here and there. I've been checking in on him.
Right. No, and he literally. I mean, did he leave right after the state game? Almost. I mean, he's been up in Oregon. I mean, he reported right away.
I think he stayed out for like a week because we had a what's it called during our finals week we had the banquet, and I think he left a little bit after that,
All right.
a couple of days after that.
Yeah. Right when the banquet ended. No, I'm joking, but he was he was able to stay to the end of the banquet. Yeah. Tell
Yes.
people the banquet is earlier. Tell people some of the award winners at the banquet.
Toa, he was the most valuable player, and it was I got an award as well for most valuable lineman, and Johnson for the most inspirational.
That's great. I know all you guys, but you're the only guy coming back. Give Toa credit. Tell people what Toa did in that third quarter down there against Modern Day.
Man, he just came out. He brought the fire. He was bringing energy. We all, I mean, he basically just picked up some of our slack.
Right. No,
Um,
no, he's the ultimate leader. And then I guess next year it's going to be Knight.
yep, pushing for that. I
Yeah.
believe in him, and I know he can do it.
Yeah. No, that's it. He contributed where he could as a junior. But you mentioned that game against Modern Day. Me watching on the internet, it's all about the third quarter. And Coach Alaba, I'll be watching. How can you guys play in the third quarter the whole game?
It was really just our mindset. You know, some of us, we weren't, what's it called? We came in a little defeated, but when we got yelled at in the halftime, I think that's definitely what shifted things for us in that third quarter.
All right. That's maybe you guys need to be yelled at before the game. But no, but
Definitely.
whatever, because that was it. The trajectory where I think it would, yeah, Modern Day had shut out Sarah 2 years in a row. Or actually, it's Bosco and Modern Day had shut out
Yeah.
Sarah, and then you guys were shut out at halftime, and it looked like that game was headed in that same trajectory. But you guys made Modern Day work.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what about you made me stand in the pouring rain at DVC? I tell people about the game against Pittsburgh. That was legendary.
Oh man, it wasn't as good as we hoped, but what's it called? It was a great thing that we had the grit. All those times that we had the conditioning. That's definitely what helped because what's it called? Third quarter, towards the end, we just knew they were tired, so we just had to push through.
I think 10-7. Yeah, it literally was. It was just back and forth. That guy Searcy can play,
Yeah, yeah, he can play.
and their quarterback. What's the
Marley,
how do you say it?
Marley.
Yeah, Marley, exactly.
Yeah,
No smaller guy, but he's like Toa. He's a leader.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know what this isn't a Pittsburgh thing, but as I said, I was very impressed. But I give credit where credit's due, and
It's,
yeah, the Pitt, yeah, Pitt came to play 3 points, 10-7. It could have been, I guess, 14. No, hold on. When Kelly, I think he scored that last touchdown.
I think so.
If it was high school fantasy football, some people might have been upset, but well,
Yeah.
that's actually a good segue. I mean, Deuce is back, Kelly's not, and so is Blanche. Who's going to be running the ball this year?
Um, right now, I'm looking at Deuce, uh, Gregory Jones, um, maybe a little bit of Jefferson, those little quick pitches and stuff. And I'm trying to think, but right now that's really all I know off my head.
Right. No, that's I mentioned Jefferson. You guys been playing together 4 years. No, it's just him on both sides of the ball, starting at defensive back as a freshman, and then the offensive stuff that he does. Oh, and the kick returns, and also and field goal return. Did El Cerrito try to do a
Yeah,
field? Yeah,
it was
tell
a
people
field
about
goal.
the El Cerrito game. The biggest mistake El Cerrito ever made.
Man, that game was well, when he returned that, I didn't really expect it, but then as soon as I seen him running, I just knew I had to get out there and just
Right.
block.
So that's it. So you were blocking on that play. They tried to kick a field goal, and then Jefferson's back there. And did you guys talk about that Jefferson might return it, or did he just do that all on his own?
I mean, we had talks about it, it was mainly just in case if it were to happen. And thankfully we did that. We had those talks.
Exactly, and yeah, that's it. El Cerrito was trying to score 3 points, and they ended up giving seven. They probably regret trying that, or if it got blocked, it would have been better. You guys could have returned it, but I think, yeah, that was the worst case scenario. And then tell people you guys put in frequent flyer miles. I mean, you flew to LA for the state game. That actually was a bus, excuse me. I think, but you had to tell people about London, the game, but the experience.
Oh man, the experience was great. The views out there. It's a very beautiful place to go out and see. And what's it called? The game, it was just so exciting. But being able to play on an NFL stadium is amazing. I'm very blessed to be part of that team, part of this team that was able to be out there. And I just want to say it was a great experience overall.
Right. No, yes, right. The Vikings and the Jets played on that field, and then you played on that field on a Tuesday. Tottenham Hotspur. That's where whatever London or wherever that is.
Yeah,
People don't know, they can Google it. It's a soccer stadium, but but they've built it specifically to have NFL games there like 2 or 3 times a year. And then, but speaking of London, like was it the London Bridge? To tell some people, use all you had to do is get on the bus, and you saw great things. To tell people about this.
oh yeah, it was great. The Bellingham Palace and everything. It was just atmosphere was amazing. The people were nice. We didn't really do too much because we didn't want to exhaust ourselves. But the walking out there is amazing.
Yeah, that might have been the whatever was it called, the NFL Europe team that you were playing, that academy. that might have been their plan to send you guys sightseeing. So you guys put in a lot of steps.
We definitely did.
Yeah, yeah. The next time they'll make you walk further, and then also I think you got to practice, and because the kids over there don't play football, they play football, but it's soccer, and you showed some younger kids. Tell people about that.
Oh man, that was like the best part of the trip, to be honest. Just having seeing those kids like just screaming, and I actually had to. I gave my gloves to some of the kids, and I'm pretty sure some of my teammates did as well.
Think about that. Gloves that cost whatever, $10, $15 or whatever. The kids, they're priceless. I mean, sweat your sweaty gloves. I think about that. I mean, they do that in the NFL. People want people's sweaty gloves, and those guys are NFL guys. Think about that. You're a high school kid. So, but anytime somebody wants your sweaty gloves, you give them to them. Because it makes a memory that they'll maybe one of those kids might now play football because of that.
Hopefully,
Yeah, and that's it. So, did you see yourself as an ambassador, or it just kind of happened that way?
kind of just happened.
Yeah. Well, think about that, and that's why De La Salle was picked because not only do you represent the football on the field, it's what Allenbaugh and Leo do off the field. It's just the way that De La Salle conducts itself, and that's a credit to you. Being part of that, running around. You for the rest of your life, you'll have that. They look very comfortable. All that Nike attire they gave you was that sweatsuit very comfortable?
Yeah, the sweatsuits are amazing. Yeah, I'm very glad I got it.
So you've been wearing that. You've been wearing that since you've been back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm trying to think what else to touch on. We talked last year. Yeah. So you mentioned what about the offensive line? Who's going to help you out on the offensive line this year?
Right now we're fighting for a lot of positions, but it's definitely I know for sure that it's going to be me starting at right guard, and Ferguson is either at left tackle or right tackle. We're not too sure yet, and we need to fill in some more spaces like center and other guard and tackle.
Right. And you can work with Garanya. Yeah. Tell people about 2G, what you've been doing the last 2 weeks or so.
What's it called? We had a couple linemen come in. Coach Brown called us in. We just did like a little lift before we came back from our little break, and it was good. We got some good work in, and we kind of bonded a little bit more.
Right. And tell people about Garanya. Do you know this? He never left. He played at De La Salle, played at DVC, but was still coaching when he was at DVC. I think he's been to every game since about like 1996 or 97. Did you know this?
No, that's news
Yeah.
to me.
Right. No. So you ask him, and he does the trivia gassers. Those questions he asks, he participated in those games. I mean, he's like living history. And I guess I can say this: I know a lot, but when I have a question about the history, I ask Garanya. You follow me on that? I mean, that's how much Garanya knows. Mentioned the guy in charge, though. That's what it all goes back to. That's why I keep doing these zooms. I met Coach Allenbaugh 10 years ago, and I'm just impressed. I mean, he's a coach, but I'm glad I know him as a man, a father, a teacher, a husband. Tell people about Coach Allenbaugh.
He's a great person. On the field, he's a coach. He's not afraid to yell at you, correct you for your mistakes. But off the field, he's just a genuine person. He's what's it called? He's he's just a good person in general. No.
Exactly. So people that don't know him, they see his coaching demeanor, and like he's a disciple of Ladouceur, and that's his what he does. I don't want to blow his cover, but away from the field, he's just and even when he's on the field, he's a great guy. But as I
Yeah,
said, people don't get to see. So that's good. So you're able to see both sides of Coach Allenbaugh.
yeah. He's a
Yeah.
very loving father. I know that for sure.
What was that?
I know he loves his kids very much.
Oh yes, the others sometimes Benny and his daughters are at practice.
Yeah.
His dad Dennis is there. I mean, it's like a family atmosphere. Mention this in school. What do you like to study there at De La Salle?
I like the math part. I'm what's it called? I'm trying to major in business for college, so I have something to fall off if for after football.
It- That's a genius move. Business. When did you come up with that?
I came up with that like not too long ago because me and my dad have been having conversations and stuff, and we're trying to get into trading.
Like trading stocks?
Yeah, like stocks and
Yeah,
trading and stuff.
there you go. That's a good thing. I mean, I'm trading baseball cards. It's much better to trade stocks. And then mention like the colleges. I mean, you're doing so well. Like how I contact you is that colleges just contact you. Mention some of the colleges that you're in contact with.
I've recently talked to Arizona coach, ASU, and I've talked to Sac State coaches, and I just recently talked to Coach Lupois, and I have an unofficial visit coming up soon, and I've talked to some other schools like Auburn. They've reached out recently, and during the season, Michigan State would reach out, and some other good schools that have reached out
Right. And where's your unofficial visit going to be?
in Oregon.
Oh, that's Lupoy. Do you know about Lupoy's Market?
No.
No. Okay, this is ancient Walnut Creek history. Tosh Lupoy's grandfather had Lupoy's Market. It was on the corner of Ignacio and Civic, real near De La Salle for years. So when you go up there, mention that. That's some real ancient Walnut Creek history. And then Lupoy played at De La Salle.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. I heard about the alumni.
yeah, exactly. So that's that. And you already know somebody at Oregon.
Matthew Johnson.
Yeah, Matthew Johnson. I don't know. There might be an older guy, but I would think Johnson might be showing you around on that unofficial visit.
Hopefully.
Exactly. That's it. No, that's it. Well, what did you learn from Johnson?
I learned like a lot of leadership. You know, whenever we had chapel, he'd always like have something to say that inspired us, and he's just a good leader in general.
Right. So that means a lot. See, like I met you, I met him, and I could see both you guys. There's more to you than just football. How thoughtful you are, and that's what every time I've talked to Johnson and you, but it was just the thoughtful and how he thought about his answers. And yeah, do you think about that? How you're a representative of De La Salle, of your family, when you're playing football?
Always. What's it called? Before every game, Coach Ball always says that we represent the name that's in the front of our pads and on the back, and that always sticks with me.
Yeah, that's it. You honor De La Salle, and then you honor Telona on your back. No, that's it. It was crazy. I meet a lot of people. I haven't met your mom and dad. Tell me about them.
Um, they're pretty good people. I grew up with them, of course, because of my parents. But my dad. He works very hard. I'm very blessed because all the sacrifices that they both made. My mom's always been taking care of me, and right now she's more focused on my little brother. You
Right.
know,
And you were driving. How old's your brother?
he's 12.
Okay, that's great. So what? Him going to the games. That must be a thrill for you. For him watching you. Tell me about that. What does he say to you afterwards?
He's always just like telling me how many things I could have done differently, or things that he's seen that I guess were awesome to him.
So he's like a scout. So I got to meet your brother. So he's giving you constructive criticism and finding the things that you did wrong.
Yeah, him and my dad are always on my.
Okay, yes, okay. That I bet you I got to see this. He must sit next to your dad.
Oh, always either he's
Yes,
with my dad or he's on the rails.
right. Okay, no, this next season, I don't know how I haven't seen this. That's it. They are they love you the most, but they are your toughest critics.
Always,
Yes, that's fair, and you love that. That makes you better.
it does.
Okay, good. And I'm trying to think what else. So, not only your family, your Samoan heritage. Tell people about that. How you? I mean, that's also I think very important to you.
It's very important that I get to represent my heritage. That I'll be the first person in my family to be able to do this, and I just want to be able to represent what I am and who I am.
Right. And then if you look around Del Salle, mention one of your coaches, Boss Tagaloa. I mean, it wasn't that long ago Boss was playing. Tell people everything that Boss does.
He's basically just helps around with the D line. He's been I've been in contact with him. We've been he's been helping me with some workouts and stuff. Giving me tips that I can do to improve my techniques, and I've just been sharing it with the rest of the D linemen.
Right.
And he's done
Right.
it the season.
And Boss is now a father.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
very happy for him. Yeah, he's
yeah,
been
no, I can't. I showed you so last time. Boss, he always watches out over me. He's behind me here in every Zoom. I mean, I can't. I mean, I think I said this before. Oh, it's Coach Allenbaugh, but 10 years ago. I guess. How old are you now? About 17.
yeah. I just turned 17.
Okay, well, happy birthday. So
Thank
10 years ago, when you were 7 years old, I met Coach Allenbaugh, but more importantly, I met Boss Tagaloa, Devin Asiasi, Anthony Sweeney, and other guys on that 2015 team. And because of that, I still do what I do. Maybe not mention. I'm trying to think. What about this? You don't even know who you're playing. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea of what the schedule looks like?
you. No, not at all.
That's a big no. So exactly. No, and that's it. You'll find out. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a big surprise like London, but there'll be some big games in there, and that's what's great. You just work hard in this off season, and that's it. Mentioned. If I'm going to do another Zoom, which one of your teammates should I talk to?
Um, I'd say TJ Finau.
Yes.
He's a very interesting person. I love his energy, everything. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have a blast asking him, interviewing him.
Yes. Yeah, I said I know him a little bit, but he became a star on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
He helped me set all that up. That's it. He's a natural. TJ, and I think you're Samo. Is he Tongan?
Yes, he's Tongan.
See, that's it. It's I gotta know which island I'm talking to. So yeah, no, that's great. And then is anything else we should mention here? I think we covered a lot. Maybe is there anything I've forgotten to talk about?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, see, this makes me feel good. I just do this off the top of my head, and all I know is we've done at least one, if not two. There'll be more of these Zooms because that's the thing. I like everybody, but I particularly if I talk to you more than once, like I
Yes.
with you, that means you're doing a good job on and off the field. So you just continue doing what you're doing, and yeah, I'll just stop this Zoom now. We'll talk a little bit, but then we'll be in touch. I don't know when, but in the future. But no, I'm just very happy to have gotten to know you, Myah.
Thank you, sir. I'm very proud. I'm very happy for your time.
Yeah, very good. See, that's it. That's a great answer. Hold on a second. I'll talk to you in a moment.